What is up, you beautiful, sexy fire signs? Ten of Pentacles, hell yeah. What's up, guys? Welcome to my channel, Tarot by The Intuitive Teacup. My name's Annie. This is going to be a general reading for the fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, all placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Just for the sake of time, I figured it was better to get you a reading than none at all. So, not to say it's going to be collective, grouping the fire signs together moving forward, but, I wanted to give you something. I'm trying to be better about moderation. I tend to be an all or nothing person. So here we go. This is a general reading for Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements. Please come into the reading with an open heart, an open mind, a desire to better yourself, to learn something. If the messages that come through don't resonate, feel free to push them aside. Maybe revisit them at a later date. Sometimes tarot will make more sense in the future. So again, just be open to that. You are accountable and responsible for all your own actions and decisions. Boy, that Ten of Pentacles keeps wanting to show up. An ending and then a really fortuitous new beginning? I don't know what that is. You're accountable and responsible for all actions and decisions. This is, of course, optional advice or guidance. Ideally meant to motivate, empower, inspire you. That's what I want to do here on my channel. So, yeah, something good's coming your way. There is a balance to the universe right now. It might take you a while to see it, though. With that Ten of Swords, there may have been a recent ending that I will say was a long time coming. It wouldn't have been a major shock or a surprise, but something maybe you really fought for till the bitter end. And so the experience of it may have been humbling, but the flip side to the Ten of Swords, the Sun in Gemini, is the illumination of new thoughts and ideas and that you can make practical steps forward in your future. Sometimes you have to... I'm sort of hearing sometimes you have to give a lot to get a little in return, which I know kind of sounds counterintuitive or not very bright or positive, but something good comes from it with the King of Wands. Interesting, the Hierophant. All right, anyway, let's do it, fire signs. That was just kind of intuitive hits I was getting. You're waiting on communication for something, but for some of you, it's like a job that you don't really like or you may not even enjoy, or it's negative feedback or rejection, like applying to a job and not getting it, but the universe is saying it's because I have something in store for you. I don't know, with the Devil and the Emperor, that can be some sort of job that is keeping you stuck in a pattern, whether it's unhealthy or not. It's just not allowing you to grow. So this is actually similar to the water sign message I just did. Interesting that we have Ace of Cups, but it's like hold out for something better. That's for some of you, and I'm not here to rain on your parade or crush your dreams. If you're applying to your dream job, you have no reason not to, right? I'm just saying, if you get news back that is disappointing or humbling or not what you expected, let's just say it that way, it's because the universe is wanting you to commit to something that's more in alignment with your heart. I don't know why I'm keeping those two out. Some of you have new love with a Taurus. Some of you there could be some announcement of good news about some sort of long-term commitment. You might be joining forces with a new person or a new job. For some of you, there could be happy news of an engagement, something that it's, to me, Taurus energy, it's fixed earth, right? So the idea of something being set in stone, like the creation of legacy, or something that it's slow to build, but that's so that it's indestructible. So it could be that if you guys have been struggling in love connections that haven't had a, staying power or lasting power, however you want to say it, it could be that the universe is trying to throw something your way that it's like, this is big, this could be very good, this could have longevity, but it's going to take some hard work and effort to, to maintain it, and I mean, really commit to it, right? And I know that sounds like so not sexy. I'm not saying that, if it's a love relationship, yeah, there's going to be a lot of passionate messages back and forth. But I think the universe is asking, who or what do you want to commit to in the following month? That's a question for you. I don't know why. I want to shuffle these back in. That's a good message, though. New love with a Taurus. Yeah, building something with a Taurus. There could be news of a baby. For some of you, there could be the arrival of positive news of within the family unit, especially. There could be engagements or celebrations of any kind, promotions. All right, anyway, that was just off the cuff. Here we go for fire signs. What is the message I need to share with my fire signs this week? My fire signs. Here we go. Whoops. I was going to split the deck. This to me is saying patience, balance, holding out for a good prospect. Yeah, then it comes in. Yeah, that's sort of what I mean. Sometimes you have to give... I apologize, I'm not being eloquent. It's like I feel the message and sometimes it doesn't come out with words. I don't want to say you have to give up on something, because I don't like the phrasing of that, and that's not really accurate to what I'm trying to say. But sometimes you have to release control of certain things, because no matter how hard you force it or push it together or try and get a certain outcome, sometimes the universe is just like, no. But the reason why in this reading they're like, no, is because the Wheel of Fortune. You're meant to expand and grow and pursue something new and different that really gets you out of your comfort zone. Some of you are just struggling to maintain a relationship or to make it fit. And for some of you, the simple solution to that is counseling, therapy. You guys need to talk about your feelings and emotions with an unbiased third party, right? So for some of you, if that is you, if there is still passion and love there, but you're just really, communication is the struggling point, right? There's no swords here. You guys need to seek some sort of counseling or therapy, or however you want to say it, to fix that area of your life, especially like intimacy issues, or I'm sort of getting the idea of like sex therapy. So that's obviously not for all of you, but that's for some of you. There's a lot of Leo energy and Scorpio energy here. So that could involve my Leos. Ooh, my candle just went out. Isn't that interesting? The passion, the flame is going out, fire signs. No, I'm just kidding. Others of you, it might be with another Leo, or you know what I mean. Others of you, it's like it's been a long time coming. That could be your Ten of Swords, where you've been trying to force a relationship to fit together, where it's just you guys just aren't, I'm sort of getting like flowing in the same direction. Yeah, you could be at sort of a turning point in a relationship where you're really starting to assess, is this my long-term person, or are we just simply different people now than when we first met? And I do want to be clear, when I'm doing these readings, it's not under the assumption that everyone out there is looking for long term. Some people are very happy just kind of dating and seeing what's out there and not having to commit, right? That energy will come out in tarot as well. So I don't want you to think I'm assuming that all of you are looking for marriage or moving in with your, right? I get that. Not all of you are. The King of Cups, though, typically to me does look for long-term commitment. So that is why I'm saying that, just for the record. He's looking at the wheel, he or she, right? King of Cups, strong water energy. Looking at the wheel. Tell me a little bit more about this. Yes, some of you, you're changing your ideas or your perception, your perspective on this relationship. For some of you, it's been such a struggle, but you never even entertain the idea of therapy or mixing it up or trying something else. Or for some of you, liberating yourself from a relationship where it's almost become more of a hassle or a burden than a positive thing. So some of you, you're changing your mind, or the clouds are starting to part. You're starting to understand with clarity what the solution to this is. And again, the solution for all of you out there, it's going to be a little bit different. Others of you, if this isn't romantic, again, it's forcing a relationship that just isn't, there's a lack of communication. So for some of you, it could be like a parental thing, right? Where no matter how much you explain what you want to do with your life to your parents, they seem to reject it or not understand it, or vice versa, right? King of Cups has the Wheel of Fortune coming in. So this could be positive changes, positive new chapters coming in terms of love. You're at a standstill right now because you have to take action on something. You can't just think, oh, wouldn't it be nice, or maybe I should do this, or could I do that? It's like you kind of just have to make a choice. And again, I've been saying this a lot in Pisces season. Without knowing all the answers, there is nothing guaranteed in life, so you kind of just have to follow your intuition. The King of Cups, right? The king of that sort of mystical intuition, sort of magic, those feelings, right? The emotions are connected here. The emotions are what's kind of steering your ship right now. And you do have to take action on them. And maybe that will be in Aries season, right? Again, that's a message that keeps coming up. Pisces, it's almost like a good time to sort of manifest and dream. But then with that, take advantage of that fiery new beginning of Aries season, right? It's the beginning of the zodiac where we can start fresh. We can start anew. It's the beginning of the zodiacal year, right? Yeah, so some of you are ending a chapter with a romantic counterpart, a lover, a boyfriend, a girlfriend, whatever. And it doesn't mean it's ending in a terrible way. For some of you, you've just decided to be friends, because I'm almost getting the idea of like an amicable split. It's just you've outgrown each other, and there's nothing wrong with that. I think there's something very courageous and brave, and it takes great strength to recognize that you're not the same person you used to be, and that you love yourself and even possibly this person enough, even in not a romantic way, to admit that I'm not where I was at when we first met, or my needs have changed, or something about this has changed. And in a sense, it's very liberating just to come to that sort of conclusion. But I think some of you are sort of distracted with this fear of, oh, but what next? Like, I've been with this person for X amount of time, so like, what would it even be like to start dating again? For some of you, it was a very long-term commitment. And again, maybe that's why this fixed energy, this kind of Scorpio, Leo energy, which by nature are both fixed signs. So I'm going to say it, right? I mean, I know it's a cliche, but that fixed energy can be stubborn, and sometimes that's good. Sometimes that's tenacity, but sometimes that's inflexibility, right? Where both people are, I mean, they're quite literally not facing each other, right? Where we've become so accustomed to this way of life that we forgot, like, there's actually no enjoyment anymore. Like, we're not on the same page. We're not willing to have the same discussion or go in on the same sort of solution or counseling or whatever it is. Yeah, I do see I do see a lot of my fire signs removing themselves from a situation that, again, it's not necessarily bad. You've just simply outgrown it. That's all. And I'm always going to be the tarot reader to tell you guys, like, your one mission in this life, in addition to other things that are going to be very personal, is to always be growing, right? As like a spiritual being, as a spiritual individual, you're meant to go out in the world and do your thing and create magic in this lifetime. And why wouldn't you want to, right? It doesn't mean you have to leave a certain area or radius or zip code, but you're meant to go and put yourself out there and learn some things to grow as a person. And if you're in a relationship that for some reason is holding you back or not allowing you to take advantage of all the beautiful gifts you have, then that's something that needs reassessment. A lot of you are assessing your life direction or your direction in a relationship. And again, look at these cards. Like, the irony here is that these are fantastic cards. So that's what I mean. If this truly is the ending of a relationship, this is like one of the most positive changes in your life. And because when I'm sort of clarifying the cards around the people coming up here, none of them are these like, oh my God, toxic, vampire, terrible, yada, yada, yada. All the terms we love to use about, your ex, right? This person really isn't that bad of a person. I think you've just changed your mind, or they've changed their feelings. They're at a different place in life than they were when you first met them, and vice versa. And I mean, I think it truly does go both ways. So you are birthing yourself into a new chapter, looking for new love, looking for some new relationship. Some of you may meet a new prospect, be it romantic or business partner, however, away from what you call home. I'm going to say that. It doesn't have to be internationally or overseas, but some of you, there is a very strong connection to sort of this idea of travel and getting out of your comfort zone and meeting new people, right? People who are foreign, whether that's foreign in ethnicity, religion, with their upbringing. There's something about there's something different about them that is very attractive to you. And for some of you, okay, the reason why this worked is because you guys were very similar, and that in itself seemed like a win. It seemed like a positive, but that was actually the downfall in the end, is that you were so similar that there wasn't that chance for growth or exploration of something new and trying this and learning about that. So again, not a bad thing. I would say it was very much a karmic. I also think it was an awakening or some sort of epiphany about not settling, right? Not getting stuck in just simply what is comfortable, but really challenging yourself, being with people who do engage you in a variety of new conversations and topics. And again, I say this too, it's not that Leo and Scorpio are a bad vibe at all, right? Those two, and I'm just giving that as an example. Those two signs can easily get along. However, because there is sort of potentially a square aspect, if these are, a sun sign Scorpio, sun sign Leo, there is going to be a little bit of tension in who and what you're meant to grow and become in this world. Again, not a bad thing. They can nurture you through it. They can support you. But if they are denying you that growth and not supporting and encouraging you and encouraging you to chase your dreams, that's where I don't like this. That's where that doesn't jive for me. I think it's very healthy to have someone who challenges you. And again, in a loving, supportive way. But, if we go out into the world thinking, we're godlike and that we know everything and we're perfect, well, fire signs, I'm not going to be the one to break it to you. You have a rude awakening coming, right? We are all flawed individuals, and that's reason to celebrate, but also to go out into the world and learn some shit, do some shit differently, meet people who inspire you, who offer you new perspective and insight on things. Anyway, let's talk about this Two of Cups and this Wheel of Fortune. What else is coming in for the fire signs? Actually, let's switch decks. Why not? Why not? Some of you, there could be a Capricorn coming into your life. Again, this fixed energy is shown on the world card, right? It's very much a card of liberation. But the 4 fixed zodiac signs are seen here. So Scorpio, Aquarius, Leo, and Taurus. Love me my fixed earth signs, right? Or I'm sorry, my fixed signs, period. I don't know why I said earth signs. I guess because I was thinking Capricorn. But again, at what point does that enable you to not grow? To get stuck in either what is comfortable or what is just simply is, right? It's not bad, but it's either dull or it's just okay or it's familiar. That's a good word. This is like projecting you or really ejecting you out into the cosmos of getting out of your comfort zone and mingling with new people. And for some of you too, if this isn't the ending of a relationship, if you love your person and you're happy, especially like happily married for many years, I'm not, suggesting that every romantic relationship out of there is crumbling. Not at all. I am saying it needs to be revived. I think you need to work on your sex life. I think you need to find interesting ways to make it work so that it's not just, we wake up, we go to work, we eat dinner, we come home, blah, 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 blah. This is shaking it up and expanding it to make it a more profound, impactful relationship. Others of you, it's saying you've been so tethered to your person that where you've lacked, experience is going out into the world and still meeting new friendship groups, right? So that could be what this is as well, is meeting new people at work. Meeting up with people who have, similar likes and dislikes and, activities and teams that you can join, a book club, chess club, some kind of sports teams or whatever. Yeah, some of you feel like you need to make new friends and, that's no reason to feel ashamed or judged. It just simply is. Well, go out and do it. You're very apprehensive to join, to be a joiner. I don't know why that is. Maybe some of you just feel awkward and, that is the human condition too. It's okay. But if anyone can fake confidence, it's my fire signs. You guys you command the room. Fire signs always appear very confident to me, but anyway. Not to say that you all feel that way, but fake it till you make it. Yeah, move forward with it anyway. Move towards what scares you. That's usually a really good indicator of an area where you should seek growth. Some of you are going to finally muster up the courage to speak to that person you have a crush on, and it's going to open things up quite a bit. I would say in a positive way with the Wheel of Fortune. The 3 of Swords, what's that? Crying, lots of tears. What's that about? Mommy issues. Dun, dun, dun. I said it. Some of you are going to have a heart-to-heart with your mother. Some of you, and I don't ever predict this, but some of you had a mother who passed away and you're still very much carrying a lot of negativity or shame or guilt or rejection or disappointment. Something that stems with a mother. Others of you got your heart broken by a Taurus. Your Taurus got I'm hearing the word like glow up or glam up, or it's like, I don't know, something happened with your Taurus where all of a sudden they were too good for you, and a lot of you feel really rejected and disappointed by that. But again, this is a blessing in disguise because it's an opportunity for a new beginning. For others of you, again, where there's love there, but the passion has kind of, or the flame, as we said earlier, has kind of dimmed or gone out, you need to reinvigorate it. And for a lot of you, it has to do with your sex life. And I'm not here to comment on that. I'm not a sex therapist, but you got to shake it up. You got to mix it up. You got to do something different. Some of you need to present better to your partner. It's like all the romance has gone out the window. It's like you don't hold doors for each other. You don't, just nice little gestures. Some of you kind of need to reinvigorate. Some of you just need to dress up, get yourself looking good again. And more or less, it's not out of superficiality. It's for you so that you feel good and confident and sexy, and vice versa. Your person needs to do that for yourself. Some of you feel like you have tried to spice it up for your person or do something different, but you were your idea got rejected and you took it to heart. And you shouldn't. The mere fact that you took a risk and tried to do something different, I think the universe is acknowledging your strength, your bravery, and your ability to sort of engage with your own self-love. This relationship means enough to me and myself to want to save it. And so again, it's a two-way street. You may want this, and that's great, and you should do everything you can. But if your person isn't on the same page, then again, that's maybe where for some of you, that idea of, is this a sign? Is this a sign that there's an ending and a liberation from someone who, a very interesting pair here. The Empress is typically very happy and lush and abundant and loves her life. And, if I'm just mixing it with this energy, well, where's that coming from? Is that coming from another person? this person loves themselves enough to ask for what they want. You know, they're very passionate about what they want. And again, the Ace of Wands is just a very sexual card, right? This person loves themselves enough to ask for what they want, and they're confident and all that, but this person seems to be very lackluster. So again, is this the candidate that maybe has some family issues or has recently been through like a job loss, and so they're hurting on the inside? Yeah, this person's shackled to something. They're in a cycle where they're feeling really stuck. They might be heartbroken over a Capricorn. Again, the key to the devil though is liberation. We don't want to stay in this kind of stuck energy. It's this idea that we've outgrown this, and so it's a false sense of comfort. It's a false sense of security, and so there is that moment of, you know, it scares the shit out of me to leave this storyline because it's always been my life. But what if this is the glow up? You know, what if life gets so much better when you just take that scary step to expand from this, to move away from it and have faith? Huge, you know, Jupiterian Wheel of Fortune, you know, shout out to the Sagittarius gang, right? And Pisces for that matter too. This faith, that's optimism that, you know what, there could be something better out there for me. So why would I stay stuck in something that, you know, God forbid is like abusive or negative or toxic when this is who I am and this is my life? You know, some of you are working on manifesting the life of your dream, and with that, partnership will follow, but you have to put yourself first. You can't start manifesting the ideal relationship when you don't love yourself. That's really important here. Yeah, the Five of Swords. Some of you, you're just holding on to negativity, or again, this idea of my ex left me and now their life got so much better. Some of you are wallowing in that, you know, it's never going to be my story. Like, you know, I'm always the person who dates someone and then that person leaves me and then ends up finding their soulmate or their, you know, their marriage partner. And again, that's a very narrative, limited perspective and point of view. You're just going off, for a lot of you, you're going off of superficial ideas you see on social media of what this person is doing. And like, you don't know everything going on behind the curtain. All you know is what you got in your heart and what you need to do for you. So I would definitely limit the sort of spying on your ex or social media, or even just word of mouth of what you're hearing. You got to focus on you. That, you know, Venus energy, right? The Empress. You got to focus on you and your action and your passions and what you want. Holding on to spiteful energy, jealousy, negativity. What do they say? It's like swallowing poison and expecting the other person to suffer. We don't got time for that, right? Like, I'm not even going to go into that any further, because it's just saying, if this is your mindset right now, right? It's, oh, fire signs, I'm going to say it, love you much, but like, this is your own damn problem, right? And I mean, I don't mean someone you lost, you know, because they were taken off this earth. Please don't misunderstand. This is like holding a grudge about your ex. It's just, you know, you can hear it from me or someone else and it's never going to go down smooth. But if that's you, you know, you have my sympathy in a sense, but you also have my encouragement to move past it. And it really is a choice. Not giving power to those negative thoughts, not giving power to those negative feelings, not giving power to those ideas that, you know, everybody wins but me. Ain't nobody got time for that, right? And the thing is, you are going to bounce back from this. Again, if anyone can do it, it's my fire signs. You are going to bounce back from this. You are going to see light at the end of the tunnel, but it starts with this. It's like, I want to put these in reverse. It starts with loving yourself and taking better care of yourself and understanding that sometimes rejection is divine protection. Sometimes people exit your life and it's not because you did anything wrong. It's because universe is trying to do you right. It's like the universe might be trying to send you messages about this, and it's almost like you have your hand to your ears. You're just like, la, 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 la. No. This person will change. I can change them. They're my soulmate. They're my twin flame. I'm going to hold out for them forever and ever and ever and put my priorities on the back burner. No, you're not. No, you're not, right? Let's do this. Let's do this, fire signs. All right, one last message. Hold on, let me connect my energy. Whew. Got on my Tony Robbins soapbox there, didn't I? Queen of Cups and Knight of Swords. All right, there might be messages coming in from a water sign. You did have the King of Cups, so especially for my fire signs who strongly resonate with water, if that's in your person's chart, or maybe you have a rising that's watery or a water moon. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, there may be messages from a water sign. There may be memories of a water sign as well that, again, it might be sort of playing tricks on you. I would say, especially with Wheel of Fortune, Some of the best advice I can give you with these cards coming up is be future oriented. It's maybe not the best time to be romanticizing the past or overly sentimental of things that used to be or happened last week or last year. I think the universe is really encouraging you to take a step forward and you know, have sort of a longer viewpoint of the future. Yeah, don't cry over spilt milk. Exactly. This is exactly what I said. Like, yes, we lost some shit, but that doesn't mean, you know, we're going to lose everything moving forward. There's something to be salvaged from this. And again, it's self-love. It's sort of bridging that internal gap of your mind and your heart and going after new things. Chasing it like it's already in your life. Page of Swords, putting some feelers out there. Some of you may constantly be connecting with people who haven't done their healing work. It's like every time you meet a new prospect on a dating app, you quickly find out that they're still, you know, romanticizing after their ex, or their heart is still broken. And more or less, for a lot of you, not all of you, that is a mirror reflection of something the universe wants you to see. If you keep meeting people that are lackluster about dating because they still are doing some healing work, do the healing work, right? Because you're matching with people who are kind of in a similar place, even if the details differ ever so slightly. Yeah, bravery. Walking away from what is just okay in pursuit of something glamorous, something that dazzles, something that really speaks to your heart. And it doesn't have to be superficial. I just mean something that you're excited about, right? Something that lights your fire, right? Eight of Cups is not giving up when the going gets tough. Eight of Cups is the bravery to walk away from something that used to give us those butterflies and maybe doesn't anymore, or something that we've outgrown. But with eights, we have to remember they're liberating. They're cards of liberation, saying there's more out there. So follow that scent, follow that gut feeling, follow that intuition. Five of Coins. Do you love yourself enough to go after everything you've ever dreamed of? Yeah, you do. Yeah, trust your gut. Follow your intuition. For some of you, there's another fire sign coming in, and there's like a psychic connection with this fire sign, especially a Sagittarius. So that could be you, Saggies out there watching. It could be that my Saggies are going to connect with another Saggy. Knight of Wands is very indicative of mutable fire. So someone who's very excited, someone who's very adventurous, someone who wants to experience life and travel. High Priestess is very indicative of Cancerian energy ruled by the moon. It could maybe be Pisces too. This to me is saying intuitively you sense that you got to get yourself back out there. So you're right, do that, but do it at a time when you're ready. You don't just need to force it because you're afraid to be alone. Really go through that difficult healing work. And when you get triggered by things, again, you don't have to get down in the dumps. It's just simply indicating a place where, ooh, maybe I'm not quite ready because I need to go back and kind of sort through that, right? But again, no reason not to be optimistic and positive about this. But I do see that some of my fire signs you're eager to move on, but it might be that the people you're matching with, or the people that you're connecting with, they actually end up pointing out the areas where you still got to do a little bit more self-care. Okay. All right, fire signs, I'm going to leave it at that. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, and I will see you very soon for more tarot. Bye, guys.